Hey guys, okay, so I'm gonna do one from start to finish just so you can kind of see overall how to set up your thing. So these little tabs here are called service types. So when I'm setting up a new one, I'm gonna create a new service type and I'm gonna call this training. And these are pre-ones that Planning Center has done for us, which is super cool, but for the sake of simplicity, I'm just gonna do a blank one. So in here, it has when your service or experiences are. I'm going to do one for, let's just say, the 21st because that's coming up. And this is the times that we normally have for our experience. And so right here, I'm going to say 9:20 because that's what time we want people to get to our facility for our huddle. And we're pretty much over by 11:15, and that's whenever for a volunteer. So service time, and we can just put main experience or something because that's what we're going to call it. So then it's got right here the service type, which right here is training. This is the date. And then this is our time. So this is basically 0. So like we said before, here's your teams. When you click on this tool, this is where you're going to set up a team. So right here, so if you're in charge of our welcome team, this is where you put it. Here's where it says who your team leaders are. So let's just say Hannah's a team leader for welcome, and so is Lindsay and Stacy. So these are people that are serving on our team. So this right here is how you set up when they're going to be notified. So they're going to be notified if somebody accepts or somebody declines a schedule. Right here is default replies. So you can have all the setting options here. You can prepare what the notification is going to say by clicking on this button. And it's going to show you like how to go through and set up what it looks like right here for the emails, what it's going to say and everything. So that's just one little part. Let's go back to where we were. Then here's times and dates. Permissions. So none of this stuff I usually mess with. It's super easy to just skip that because PCO does a good job of setting it up. So now that's one of my teams. Then let's say I have another team and I'm going to call it main experience team. So that's set up. And then I'm going to have my production team or however you set it up. So that's these things. So then in here is whenever I add positions, which I showed you guys how to do. So what team are we in? We're in the main experience team. So let's just say we need an ushers team, and we're going to need a offering team, and we're going to need a greeting, a greeter. So here's all these things right here. And then right here, you're going to fill in the same thing. For production, I'm going to need someone to do sound. I need someone to run my pro presenter. And I also need somebody to do my lighting. And then our welcome team, we're going to need someone to be in the parking lot. We're going to need someone to be in the front doors outside. And then we're going to need somebody in the front doors inside. I want to have somebody by our cafe. So this is where I'm positioning people. You can do this however you want, okay? So then once this is set up, you hit close, and now all of a sudden you're going to have teams. And what you're going to do is add people in our needed positions. So I showed you guys this in one video, but let's just say we need 3 greeters in the main experience, 3 people for offering, and 3 ushers, except. That's already done here. I'm going to add more needed positions. So right here, I'm going to go into production team and say, I need 2 people to run my lights, 1 person for pro presenter, and I need 2 people for sound. And I'm going to click on welcome and say, I want 5 people outside, I want 3 people inside, 3 at cafe, and 7 in the parking lot. So we have like this huge team, right? So now right here, it's going to show all of the people that we need in order to be a fully stocked team, for lack of a better word. So you can close all of these or expand them all to see how many people you need. So right here, it's going to tell you in the main experience, you need 9 people. 5 people for production, 18 people for welcome. So that's your whole setup here. So let's just pretend that this template is already done. I don't know if I can add a template because I don't have one created for here. Let's just add this template from this date. So then that, when I click import, and then right here, I'm selecting a template, it's automatically bringing in right here what I have set up for our teams. So our 9:30 huddle, meet and pray, get ready to serve, attend the main experience. We just need to add times in here. So when I go back out of here, now you're going to see my training is set up. And when I click on this, it's going to have the next scheduled experience date. So this is where I want to show you guys, this is how you're going to start scheduling people, right? So in offering, these are the people I have scheduled. It says I need 6 people total, so it looks like I'm missing 3 for ushers. So I'm going to say, I'm going to type in names for people that are on my team. I want Forrest to be an usher. I want Marcus to be an usher. And I also want, I don't know, let's just say Alex. I want Alex to be an usher. So accepting all these people. So you're going to see they're all going to be filled in. So I'm going to just go through people on our team and say, these people I'm scheduling. You know, you can do this all at once. So you can just start rattling people off and start selecting them and adding them in here. So as we do that, you're going to see all of these positions are going to start getting filled one at a time. So as you know your teams, you're going to know these people that are going to be scheduled. At the very end, let's pretend that all of these are filled up. So all of these things, there's no needed positions because we've scheduled everybody. What I'm going to do is click on, you'll see right here, everybody has a little mail next to their name. That means they haven't been notified that they're scheduled for these positions yet. So what we do is click on this little email button here, and it's going to tell me now who you're preparing an email or a notification for. So then right here you can check off all of these people are the people that I want to send an email to. Everybody with an unconfirmed status or confirmed in all of these teams and for this particular time. When I hit accept, what it's going to do is show me all the people that it's sending an email to. And it automatically defaults information here. I change this every week just because I want to be able, I don't want it to be something that people get bored of seeing. And so like I'll put in here in all caps, January 21st request. It's basically the same thing, but I want it to be in all caps. So I'm going to delete this little part here. And it's going to say, hey, whoever, you've been placed on the schedule for the following dates. So when you schedule a month at a time, it's going to show you all of those. To respond, simply view this schedule and click the appropriate button below. I usually add to respond or simply view the schedule. So this part I'll change and say, right here, please review and respond as soon as possible by clicking accept or decline no later than, and then whatever day, so say I'm scheduling this out for the month or whatever, Friday, January, whatever. No, actually don't put a date. No later than this Friday or whatever this week is, right? And then, you know, thank you for choosing to serve at the Heart, and whatever you want to say that is something that's going to be encouraging to your team. You can add a scripture, you can add whatever it is. And then I try to bold the dates and stuff like that that is important. So then when I click send here, it's going to, and I'm not because it's going to send a real email. It's going to send it to all of these 8 people, and it's going to say your email has been sent, and that's it. And then when you do that, all of these little things go away. So that is how you schedule your team on Planning Center, basically from start to finish.